Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another Halloween nail design. We are slowly coming to the end of all of my Halloween nail designs. I've only got a little handful left to show you. So yeah, it's probably just a couple more extra days before we're at the end of everything that I've prepared for this year's Halloween nail design. So I hope you guys enjoy the ride. I've absolutely have. It's the first year I've proper dived into the Halloween nail design scene. I've really given it a good go. I don't think I really did much last year. Last year I barely did anything. So yeah, this is the first year I proper really tried, gave it my all, and I hope you guys liked at least some of them that I've created. I know some are fairly basic, some are a bit more extra and very like a lot going on. So I was trying to kind of tailor to everyone, hopefully. But yeah, so with today's video, it's going to be a blue Halloween set. So this one is going to be quite similar to the most recent, I don't actually think it was the most recent, but one of the recent Halloween sets that I did, the orange one. This is very similar. We've got two very similar nails. The rest is kind of different. It's going to be a blue nail design. So we've got white gel polish from Cloud Beauty, and we've got a dark blue shade from Vanillisa, and then we've got a lighter blue shade, and that one is from Madam Glam. So we've got a wide variety of different companies. I always seem to be doing this. I'm just one of those people that actually loves to collect nail products, so you probably will never find me choosing to kind of stick with one brand and one brand only. I don't think I could ever do that. I love collecting it. I love trying different companies, and even if I have the same shade of red like 50 times, I'll probably go ahead and buy that 51st gel polish to add to the collection, just because it's a different company, different bottle, all of that jazz. So it is probably not the best decision money wise, but yeah, I love collecting products and everything. So you know, probably eventually the more maybe Madam Glam gel polishes I do get, I will probably find a lot of colors in my collection that kind of come together well, and I end up doing that. But you will definitely see me picking up all random companies here and there and just combining them and creating designs. So here we've got two white nails, we've got one for dark blue nail, and then we've got two nails that are going to be an ombre. But as you saw, the ombre is going to be flipped. So on one nail we're going to have the dark blue at the top, and then on the other nail we're going to have the dark blue at the bottom. So not to bore you all, I've already applied a few layers of the ombre, and then I've also applied a second layer of the white and dark blue on the nails that are already sitting in the background. Here I'm showing you guys the stamping plates that we're going to use today. So we've got two here, both from AliExpress. We're using some Born Pretty stamping polish and my clear jelly stamper to stamp away on our nail designs. So we are going to have two nails that are going to have the stamping, and it's actually going to be the two ombre nails. So for the first ombre nail, the one with the dark blue at the top, I really enjoyed the little kind of ghost pictures that we've got there, little design with those little boo words there too. I really liked it, and I was like, right, I'm going to try and put it in there somehow. So I thought, let me do a full cover nail. So this is what's looking like so far. So obviously I am using stiletto. It's going to take me a little while to do a full cover. I do think actually in the end it only took me two goes. So the first one is down now, and we need to restamp it again, and then it was basically it. The nail was all nice and done, so I'm going to redo that again. So I will leave all the links, or as many as possible, to all the items used in today's video down in the description. Yeah, I think the link should be available. Here I'm using my scraper to just get rid of any little bits that I don't want. So you can just literally tap it and it will just come straight off, which is great. And for cleaning my plate, I use acetone to clean the plate. And to clean my jelly stamper, as you've probably already seen earlier, I use like a lint roller to get rid of anything I don't want on there. Or, you know, now that I've finished the image, there's still some residue left on my stamper, which you don't want. Do not ever put acetone on your stamper. I've done it myself. Don't do it. I completely wrecked my very first stamper from Clear Jelly. Luckily it was one of the like smaller ones that I wasn't really too keen on anyways. I was really ironing down this big one. So yeah, but it's still a loss. I think it's still usable. It's just obviously it was a clear and I can't really see very well anymore. It became really cloudy and it's just a bit frustrating. So for the other ombre nail, we are going to place down the spider web on this other plate, and we're going to kind of mix and match images on this plate, but we're going to put them together. So here I'm going to pick up just the line, So I'm picking up the line there, and I'm going to join it up to the spider web that we've already placed down to kind of, I want to create an image as to like a spider web and then like a spider coming down the spider web, like off the spider web. So we're going to place down the line. I feel like I flopped the line a little bit. It became wonky. I don't know what went wrong. And then we're going to do the little spider on a different image on the plate. And we're going to swipe it down and pick up the little spider, and then place it down with the line. So I think I need to invest in a new stamper. It's not the worst, but I would prefer a super clear one. It does sometimes cause me some issues not seeing, especially when recording. Sometimes the light is glaring in a certain way that I just cannot see where I'm stamping. So yeah, it's probably best that I do get a clear one eventually anyways. So now that that's done, we can work on our other nails. So for one of those white nails, I decided to do a French tip. So I'm just going to outline that with the Madame Glam gel polish and with my nail art brush. And then I'm just going to colour in the French tip. So if you wanted to, you can kind of faff about like I sometimes do with your nail art brush. I usually do that when I've got a lot of gel polish on my plate. Or you can do what I'm doing here now, is pick it up and you just use the brush from the bottle to colour it in. It's so much quicker. You don't have to get too close to the line. You can just leave that for your nail art brush. Or if you feel adventurous and risky, you can go ahead and do it. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. You know, at the end of the day, I do try and kind of, you know, you don't want to waste your time too much doing art design just because, you know, especially when you've got clientele and all of that kind of stuff, you want to be efficient, and also, you know, your clients probably don't also want to be sitting around waiting forever just to get an art design done. So I feel like we all have to find like a balance between what's acceptable and what isn't and all that kind of stuff. But you do, at the end of the day, like, you do you. So if you do need that extra time but you do come out with amazing designs, then keep doing that. Don't listen to me. I don't even know what I'm talking about really. So here I've already cured it. I think I applied a second layer of that blue, and I'm going to use the black to kind of outline the French tip. So the black I'm using is, I think, yeah, it was the Glitter Bells Unbelievable Gel, which is just a nail art brush, not nail art brush, a nail art gel. So I love using those for like precise nail art paintings and all of that kind of stuff because it's thicker, it's so much easier to use, and it does cure tack free in case you wanted it to be, let's say, glossy on top of some matte. But today the whole set was matte. To be honest, looking back now, I should have done this bit glossy, would have added an extra little touch to the design, but that's not what happened. So now that I've got the lines done, I haven't cured it, I don't think. So now I'm going in with like a few lines. You kind of want to make it seem like it was stitched up. So I'm doing a few X's. I'm going to do some 11s, just like whatever you feel like doing, really. I think those are the main two little designs that people usually do when it comes to that like stitched look. And you can also do it as small as you want, or as far away from one another as you want. That's kind of the bit that you can really personalize to your liking and what you prefer for it to look like. And just changing that will really make the nail look so much different. And as you noticed probably, I've left a little bit of a gap at the bottom of that French tip, and that's because I'm going to be putting on a spider, and oh boy was this a big pain. So I've got these spiders, and it seems like the spider's bottom is like elevated and the legs are kind of touching the nail. So I've got this Macart rhinestone glue gel that's like very thick, like purposely made for like big chunky charms and gems you want to put on your nail. So I was like, right, this is perfect. There's a little spider, and unfortunately the nail isn't curved enough for it to work, so it was a bit of a faffing about. Like here, it just wasn't touching the rhinestone gel, so I had to kind of move it about to the side so that the legs will at least touch. So if you wanted to recreate this, I'll probably suggest you check that the spider will actually go on the nail well, or if you don't want to use a spider, try something different just other than the spider. Just, yeah, it just was a big pain, big pain. Even then, it's like still moving. I had to add way more. It was just but I really wanted that spider there. I just felt like it was going to match up quite nicely, especially as we've got the spider web kind of going on in the background with the ombre nails. I was really desperate to make it work. So as soon as I got it kind of right, or I thought it was touching some of that rhinestone glue gel, I just shoved it right into the lamp. So this is the bit what I did off camera. It was very tricky to have it on camera, to be honest with you. So this is, I just did some lines on one of the other white nails that we had just chilling in the background, and here is going to be our pumpkin nail again. So we did this exact nail design for our orange Halloween nail design that I've done. So I'm going to do triangles for the eyes, and then I'm going to colour them in, and this is probably the bit that you have to be the most precise, probably the hardest I found to do. I just feel like any nail art kind of designs are difficult no matter what. Even a French tip, even though I feel like over time I've kind of mastered it, I find it quite easier than before, but still, it's still just a nail art. You can get it wrong. That's why I've been loving stamping. It's just like, this is the nail design and this is what you're gonna get no matter what I do. Of course, if you pick it up funny, then you might have some gaps, but other than that, this is going to be identical every time. So nail art by hand can be very difficult, but still worth doing, because otherwise you're going to end up with a load of probably stamping plates, and you probably might still not have the exact stamping nail design or anything that you really want. So now that I've got the triangles done, I've done like a little smiley face, and then at the top I'm going to do like little, I don't know, they're like steps kind of thing, and that's going to be our mouth, and then we're going to colour that in with the black as well, and then I'm going to pop it into the lamp for curing with Glitter Bell's Unbelievable Gels, because they do have a bit more of a thicker consistency. I do pop them into the lamp for 60 seconds. I think that's what's advised by Glitter Bells themselves, to cure them for 60 seconds. So that's what I do. And sometimes as well with some pigmented gel polishes, especially like black, sometimes I do go ahead and kind of wipe them before applying top coats, because I find that they smudge a little. So in case you are finding the same, try and wipe your nail with away with the tacky layer. So I think I sometimes do include that in the video, where I kind of even show you guys where I've wiped the nail, and I show you guys that literally I didn't wipe it for no reason. There's literally just like pigment residue on my little wiper. So I believe that's all nice and cured now, so it's time to top coat these bad boys. So I've got my all-time favourite Vanillisa matte top coat. I'm going to float them on top of the stamping nails, and then of course go around the spider that we've placed down, and then we'll be able to pop them into the lamp, and that will be it for today's design. So we have no glitter. I know, no glitter again. I do actually have a few coming up with no glitter. Usually they seem to be Halloweeny, really. I don't know, I'm clearly not feeling glitter for Halloween. Maybe it's because I don't actually have a lot of proper Halloweeny glitters. That's probably what's happening here. So yeah, so I'll probably let you guys just finish this bit, and I'll come back to you guys once they have been cured. So here are the final results. So I hope you guys really like this video. I love making this nail design. I love it. I feel like it's simple, but it still has this very nice little Halloweeny vibe going along with it. So I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.